Now, if you want to elevate your safety at home to a brand new level, try this fun trick. Hot glue a piece of chalk under the bottom of your door right before you shut it. Make sure it will touch the floor when the door is open. When you get back home, remove the chalk before going into your room. Look for any marks on the floor left by the chalk. If you see any, you'll know someone has been in your room. The latest must-have water bottle has become a popular trend on social media, with everyone rushing to get their hands on the Stanley Cup. However, there has been a warning from experts after a woman's car was vandalized in order to steal the viral cup. Although these oversized flasks have become a popular accessory, they have also turned into a target for thieves. Recently, a woman shared on social media that her car windows had been smashed and her Stanley Cup had been stolen. With the cups costing around $40, experts are warning car owners that they may be at risk of attracting criminals. The bottom line here: if you have some trendy possessions, do not show them off. There might be someone ready to steal them from you. When you get home, try not to switch on the lights right away, especially if you're in an apartment building. You never know whether someone has been following you and is now waiting to see which window will light up. It's always best to be cautious and come up with a quick solution. Leaving a light on in your apartment or on the porch can make a big difference. It's a small price to pay for your safety and peace of mind. Want to make sure your car keys are set up in the safest way possible? Check out this easy tip. When you're getting into your car, look for the option on your newer car key fob that lets you choose which doors to unlock when you press the button. Choosing to only unlock the driver's door is a smart move in case you ever need to make a quick escape. If all the doors unlock at the same time, it's easy for someone to hop in the back while you're getting in the front. Make sure you always have enough gas in your tank, especially at night. You never know what might happen. So picture this: you're driving home from your parents' place, and you see you've only got a quarter tank left. It's scary to think about running out of gas, right? And what if someone sketchy is following you, making it clear they're tracking your every move? Yow! So remember, always keep your gas tank filled up for those unexpected moments. It's a great idea to have a pair of men's work boots by the front door when you have maintenance workers or contractors coming to your home. Leaving out clothing, like boxers, around the house can also give the impression that someone else is at home and should be left undisturbed. Avoid using highly personal bumper stickers on your car that could reveal information about your school, hobbies, or other identifying details. This could make it easier for others to track your movements and activities. When using valet services, make sure to remove your car key from the key ring holding other keys. It's important to be cautious and not overlook the possibility that someone could be lurking behind the venue with a key copier. They may gather your information and location, leading to potential robbery in the future. Stay vigilant and keep your car keys secure. Now, it's recommended that you should walk against traffic while on the street. This means facing the oncoming cars rather than having them approach you from behind. Walking against traffic is safer, as it reduces the risk of a car pulling up beside you or behind you and someone potentially snatching you. This is a common occurrence in movies. If you have your routine well scheduled, you may want to reconsider the timing from time to time. The thing is, by adhering to particular hours and places, you're making yourself vulnerable to being easily tracked and potentially targeted for criminal activities, such as theft or trafficking. It is advisable to consider alternatives and break out of this predictable pattern. Avoid going to a car wash in the evening or at night, especially those gas stations you drive through. There is a risk of someone being between the sides when your car moves slowly during washing, which might lead to a potential carjacking or other dangerous situations. Making changes to your daily routine can have positive effects on your mental well-being and overall safety. By adding variety to your schedule, you can avoid falling into a predictable routine that could potentially make you more vulnerable. By making minor adjustments to your daily activities, you can decrease the risk of someone using your routine against you. There are several ways you can incorporate variety into your schedule. For example, you can change your commute route or the times you travel to and from work. You can also try visiting different stores for your shopping needs. Trying out new restaurants, cafes, or bars is always fun. Plus, by changing your restaurant preferences, you sort of break out of that predictable pattern of yours. Now, when living alone as a woman in a large or small apartment complex, it may not be advisable to display a doormat outside your door that is feminine or cutesy. This could potentially alert individuals involved in criminal activities, such as kidnapping, to the presence of a woman living in the apartment. Now, every car is assigned a unique vehicle identification number, also known as a VIN. Although it may seem insignificant, VIN switching is a common tactic used by thieves when selling stolen vehicles. By etching your VIN onto each window of your car, you're deterring thieves from engaging in this illegal activity. The process of changing windows with an etched VIN is both costly and time-consuming, making it less appealing for criminals to resell the car. Some professionals offer services to etch your VIN into your windows, eliminating the need for you to do it yourself. Having increased security measures in your car is important. Criminals tend to avoid vehicles with advanced technology, and this is supported by data showing that Tesla and other high-tech cars are less likely to be stolen. Despite this, it is important to note that just because a car is modern does not guarantee it is completely secure. Many modern vehicles come equipped with engine management diagnostic ports, which can be incredibly useful but also have their drawbacks. These ports can potentially be used to unlock or start a vehicle. If your car has this feature, it may be wise to invest in a lockable cover as an added layer of protection. Now, according to Michael Frazier, former burglar turned security expert, it is not advisable to use a "Beware of Dog" sticker if you have a dog. Burglars may view this as an easy way to assess whether or not there is a security system in place. In reality, if a dog is able to move freely around the house without triggering any alarms, a human could do the same. Burglars are aware of this and may take advantage of the situation. Additionally, many dogs can be easily won over in a short amount of time, unless they have been specially trained to be wary of strangers. In these cases, burglars can easily lock the dog away in another room, leaving the home vulnerable to theft. However, our dog Piper barks at anyone and anything all the time, no matter what. So, burglars, beware. Michael also suggests adopting a burglar's mindset. Ask yourself, how would I break in? This exercise can help you identify weak spots in your home security. Take a walk around your house and look for easy entry points, such as windows that are easily accessible. Also, be cautious about displaying valuable items, like laptops, in view of the street. Additionally, when disposing of empty boxes from new electronics like TVs or computers, avoid leaving them near your trash can. This can signal to potential thieves that you have expensive items inside. Instead, make sure to break down the boxes and store them for recycling. Even the smartest folks make vital home security mistakes, such as using combination locks. Well, that means dummies like me are in real trouble. There's no denying combination locks are convenient. You don't need to worry about losing the key or anything. But one of the biggest problems combination locks have is that they can be cracked through trial and error, and you don't need to be Danny Ocean to do that. Try enough times and you'll be able to unlock one. So, convenience? It comes at a cost to security. This is all due to the mechanics of how these locks work. Inside a combination lock, there are several rotating discs. Each of these is aligned with a number on the dial. When you enter the correct combination, these internal components align perfectly, creating a clear path that allows the lock to open. This simplicity, however, is also their Achilles heel. The reliance on a fixed numeric code means that anyone with time and patience can attempt a brute force approach, methodically trying different combinations until they stumble upon the correct one. That's why combination locks offer a more predictable and therefore exploitable challenge to potential intruders. Moreover, there are other practical limitations. Some combination locks may not be as resistant to extreme weather conditions, such as rain, snow, or freezing temperatures, which can affect their performance and reliability. Additionally, entering a combination can be slower than using a key. potentially inconvenient or problematic in emergencies or situations where quick access is required. With that, I am by no means suggesting that you can put your trust in other types of locks. All come with their own weaknesses. Now let's take key locks next. At first glance, with their unique physical keys and intricate internal mechanisms, they appear to offer a higher degree of security. Sure, their complex design with pins that must align perfectly with the key's cuts seems to provide a sturdy safeguard against intruders. But the truth is, keyed locks can be vulnerable to various bypass methods, including lockpicking, a skill that determined intruders can easily master. Additionally, they make way for mistakes within a mistake. Talk about security inception. The common practice of hiding spare keys around the home, like under the doormat or stones, significantly weakens the security keyed locks offer. There's also the risk of keys being duplicated without the owner's knowledge. And even if you are careful not to leave your key anywhere or give it to anyone, there's also the possibility that an intruder might try to break the lock. If the thief has strong muscles and knows you will not be home for a while, then kiss your valuable belongings goodbye. Now, how about key safe locks? You know, the ones that people use for rental apartments? These devices are typically mounted to a wall or other secure surface and can be accessed only by entering a correct code. They provide a secure place to store your keys, eliminating the risky game of hide-and-seek with your spare keys under flower pots. Sounds like a solid plan, right? Well, before you heave a sigh of relief, it's important to remember our mantra: no lock is impenetrable. Here's the word I'm trying to say. Anyways, key lock safes are not only susceptible to brute force attacks, but also susceptible to the same risk as combination locks. Furthermore, the very visibility of a key safe can sometimes be a giveaway to burglars that you're security conscious, potentially making your home a more tempting target. It's a bit of a paradox, isn't it? But the worst part is even a piece of paper might be enough to open them. Key lock safes typically consist of several rotating wheels inside the lock. Each wheel has a small notch known as a gate. When you dial in the combination, you're actually rotating these wheels. The correct combination aligns all the gates in a straight line. Once aligned, a bar or lever inside the lock, called the fence, drops into these aligned gates and the lock can be opened. The intruders might be able to figure out the configuration on key lock safes using a thin piece of paper. And the rest of the process involves some mathematical skills as well as lots of luck. But since this whole thing will take quite some time, it's likely someone will be able to spot them before they succeed. So, is there a lock that you can fully trust to keep the bad guys at bay? Enter the era of digital door locks. This seemingly futuristic solution comes equipped with features like fingerprint recognition, keypads with unique PIN codes, and even remote access through your smartphone. But wait before you run down to the tech stores to get one. It's crucial to recognize that while digital locks can offer enhanced security features like tamper alerts and the ability to change codes on a whim, they're not without their own vulnerabilities. For instance, electronic locks can be susceptible to technical glitches, hacking, or battery failures. Another new tech lock type is biometric locks. They sound like they belong to spy movies, but they're actually quite handy. Instead of using keys or codes, these locks use parts of your body, like your fingerprint, your face, or even your eyes to unlock doors. This way, they provide protection against key thefts, code losses, ripping, melting, drilling, and hacking. In addition, some safes have an opening delay and automatic blocking in the event of an unsuccessful entry. This makes biometric locks the most secure on the market. However, they come with a hefty price tag, as they're among the most expensive types. But there's more to consider beyond the price tag before investing in one. For example, if the fingerprint or facial recognition features fail, these locks also come with backup options like a keypad or a regular key that will allow you to open them. In addition, they require maintenance every now and then. Remember, they run on batteries, so you'll have to replace them once in a while. You'll also need to clean the locks, especially the fingerprint part, to ensure they recognize you every time. And let's not forget the privacy issue. Storing your personal biometric info into a lock does raise a few eyebrows for some folks. You see, no lock is totally perfect. But the key to home security isn't just in the lock you choose, it's also in taking some other simple precautions as well. For example, you might be one of the loners who prefers to keep their daily life to themselves. But for security reasons, it would be wise to consider making some friends in your neighborhood. You see, engaging with neighbors and participating in a neighborhood watch program can enhance security too. When you're going away, you can let your community know. In this way, the alert neighbors can report any suspicious activity they see around your house. Valuables that are easily seen through windows or left unguarded in the yard can attract unwanted attention. Make sure to keep expensive items out of sight and use curtains or blinds effectively to reduce this risk. Many homeowners overlook securing second-floor windows and doors, assuming they are inaccessible. However, burglars can find creative ways to reach these points. Leave no ladder or any other equipment that will allow the thief to climb your house and secure every floor. Failing to update or maintain your home security system can leave it vulnerable to tampering or disablement. Make sure to get regular maintenance and updates to ensure it functions effectively. Poor outdoor lighting provides cover for burglars to approach unseen. Try solutions such as installing motion sensor lights and ensuring the exterior of your house is well lit to deter potential intruders. You also need to consider the fact that no matter how many security measures you take, there's always the possibility of a thief being able to bypass them and enter your home. That's why you should have a safe in your house. It's a secondary line of defense that's often overlooked, but in the case of a break-in, a secure safe can help you protect valuable documents, jewelry, and other irreplaceable items. And lastly, an often overlooked aspect of home security is digital. If your Wi-Fi network is unsecured, this can be a gateway for cybercriminals to access your personal information in smart home devices. Using a strong password and considering advanced security measures can be beneficial to avoid that. Or you can just get a dog with a really loud bark. Hey, works for me.
Neighborhood watch plans are a fantastic way to get your community looking out for each other. If you're going on a Christmas getaway, ask your neighbors to keep an eye on your place. They can do this through simple activities like moving your letters from the mailbox or turning on a light once in a while. This can make it seem like your house is busy. Not only does this reduce the risk of unwanted guests, but some insurance companies might even cut you a deal if you're part of a local plan. That extra money could come in handy for Christmas presents. Just saying. Burglars also need to get pretty creative during the holiday season, too. There have been cases of crooks melting locks on doors, windows, and sheds. It sounds a bit extreme, but it can happen. Make sure your locks are working, more so during this time of the year. Also, think about installing wood or steel composite doors that won't be as easily damaged. Store your car or spare house keys somewhere safe, away from curious eyes, in case any unwanted guests come knocking. Another good idea is to mark your stuff. That's because burglars hate personalized items. If your belongings have your name, phone number, or address on them, they're a tough item to sell. Plus, it's easier for law enforcement to spot your things. So, whenever possible, put your personal touch on your valuables through carving or embroidery. It will also increase the odds of your goods finding their way back to you in case they get taken away. Here's another smart way to make it seem like you're home while you're out and about if you can't rely on your neighbors. Use timers for your lights and leave the radio on. You can even leave an ironing board with a pile of clothes nearby to make it look like you just stepped out. Just remember to turn the iron off. During this time of the year, your vehicle needs some extra care too. With people out shopping for Christmas presents and stashing them in their trunks, those cars become prime targets. Never leave your car alone with your Christmas haul inside. Always park in a well-lit spot or on a driveway to scare off opportunistic thieves. And you know those frosty mornings when you leave your engine running to defrost your windshield? Forget about it. Leaving your car unattended with the keys in the ignition is pretty dangerous. Most of us think that a beware of dog sign is a good way to keep unwanted strangers at bay, but during the day, it can actually signal that there's no alarm set around your house, since dogs can trigger sensors unnecessarily. Burglars might think it's an opportunity to sneak in. So if you don't have a guard dog, maybe reconsider that sign. However, you might want to set a free guard dog skill on Alexa. You can remotely activate it to make a barking and growling dog noise. That should make anyone think twice about breaking in. Browsing through received Christmas cards at the end of the year is pretty special. Burglars love it too, more so when you toss the envelopes in the bin. It's their free pass to all sorts of personal information about you and your family. Make sure to rip up any piece of paper or packaging before taking them to the trash. Also, if your floor is a mess of cards and letters, it's a clear sign to burglars that you're not home. You might want to get a cage for your letterbox to hide your mail and prevent letterbox fishing. If you're heading out of town for the holidays, it's also a good idea to tidy up your house before departing. Leaving suitcases and bags out signal your house might be empty, so it may become an easier target. Hide them under the bed or in the garage before leaving the house. Also, think about your family calendar. If you've got your birthday dates displayed where outsiders can see them, you might be in for an unpleasant surprise visit. Try to switch to online calendars. They're easier to be kept private. I know, we all want our Christmas trees by the window for that picture-perfect cozy look. But the problem is, it also gives thieves a good look at your presents. Lights on your tree can also tell them if you're home or not. So maybe use a timer for the lights and change it up every day. And don't forget those stockings. Keep them out of sight. You can close your blinds upwards as well to make sure people aren't spying. Waiting until the last minute to wrap your presents can be pretty stressful by itself. It's not the safest move when it comes to your security either. Unwrapped gifts are the perfect surprise for burglars because they can see their value up front without having to unwrap them. Try covering each one individually and skip the gift bags. Burglars usually make their escape on foot, so they'll steer clear of the bulky bags. Once you've unwrapped your presents with your friends and family by your side, make sure to store your new stuff somewhere safe. If you've had your Christmas vacation booked for some time, you might be excited to share your holiday joy. Just like you might be excited to share this video with your friends, which you totally should. But be mindful about oversharing personal information on social media. Posting pictures of your expensive dinners abroad can tip off potential thieves that your home is empty. Use your privacy settings wisely and be careful who can see your posts. Buying alarms and motion sensors for the darker corners of your home is also a great idea, though it does take a bit more planning and financial investment. However, the average cost of a burglary is on average about $3,000, so consider making the investment. Don't underestimate those doggy doors and cat flaps. Some people might even be able to sneak into your house through the bigger ones. And while CCTV is great, burglars tend to be sly. They will themselves monitor your house for a while, looking for patterns and potential hiding spots, like bushes or dark areas. Plus, during the holidays, they'll be on the lookout for missing cars as a sign that a house is vacant. It's not just your house or vehicle that needs protecting. When you're out shopping, try to stick to daytime if you can. If you have to go at night, try not to go alone. Also, don't carry loads of cash. It's better to pay with a credit or a check when you can. If you do have cash, though, keep it in your front pocket. It will be easier to monitor. If you lose your credit card or notice anything funny going on in your banking app, call the credit card company right away. To buy presents in advance to avoid overloading yourself with bags, you need to see where you're going and move freely to avoid accidents. Even better, switch to buying gifts online. Just make sure to stick to reputable websites. They'll take better care of your personal information. If you do have to get some stuff from the local mall, for instance, watch out for strangers who might approach you. Especially around this time of year, scammers might try to distract you and steal your valuables. During the holiday season, you might get all jolly and let more people into your home. especially if you're planning to host larger parties. Be mindful, though, that some out there might pretend to be friendly neighbors bearing gifts just to sneak a peek at your house and valuables. Keep an eye out for uninvited visitors, especially if they seem a bit off. If you're heading out but need someone to water your plants, feed your pets, or handle your curtains, don't be tempted to hide spare keys in plain sight. It's more obvious than you think. Burglars are clever and they know all the usual hiding spots, like under flower pots or on top of door frames. Instead, give those spare keys to someone you trust, like a family member or a neighbor.
Now first, you probably already know that germs are everywhere, and it's impossible for humans to get rid of them. These tiny creatures train our immune system. We're becoming stronger when our organism constantly faces bacteria and improves its protection skills. So don't worry about what you see next. Welcome to one of the favored places among bacteria and microbes – hotel rooms. Yes, they seem to be so clean, but in some ways, they're more dangerous than a garbage dump. Everything is dirty at the landfill, and you're afraid to touch anything. But the dirt in hotel rooms is almost invisible. Germs are waiting for you here, and there are a lot of them. So the first problems appear already in the elevator. The buttons on the panel are swarming with various bacteria. Suppose no one cleans them with a disinfectant. In that case, these buttons become the arena where billions of microbes multiply and devour each other. Take a look at an ordinary apartment building. There are elevators too. The same people live in this house, transmitting the same germs when they touch the elevator buttons. Your body encounters these microbes often and quickly develops the needed protection. But different people stay in hotels. A guy from some African country can bring a bacterium that will be dangerous for a girl from cold Norway. Therefore, after you touch the button, wash your hands with a soap or disinfectant. So, the elevator opens its doors and you walk towards your room. Watch out! There's another hot spot ahead. See that door handle? This area is another beloved playground for germs. How many people have touched it before you? How long has it been since it was washed? Do you know why such a handle is more dangerous than a toilet seat? Most of all, microbes accumulate on our fingers and palms. When we don't wash them, we transfer 1 million bacteria from one place to another by touching the surfaces of different objects. So the best way is to touch the door handle with the same hand you use to press the button in the elevator. As soon as you enter the room, wash your hands. The good news is that hotel staff clean bathrooms and toilets much better than the rest of the room. So you're a bit safer here. But still, take a good look at the corners of the bathroom and the tiles. If you see black spots somewhere, it means there's mold. This thing can cause allergic reactions like runny nose and eye irritation. Mold can be pretty dangerous, but hotel staff usually watch it closely. So it's unlikely that there will be something like this in your room unless it's a cheap hotel. You don't stay there, do you? Oh, by the way, did you know that toilet paper in a public toilet contains more germs than the toilet lid? You make a mistake if you cover the seat with pieces of that paper. First, many people touch it, which means they transfer bacteria onto it. Secondly, dirty little splashes get on the roll when someone flushes the toilet. Microbes feel more comfortable living on soft paper than on the hard surfaces of the toilet, so don't put it on the seat. But if you see a metal or plastic cover on the roll, you're lucky, since the roll is protected from germs. Then, after you've done your business and washed your hands thoroughly, you have two options. Wipe your hands with a paper towel or use a hand dryer. It doesn't matter which you choose, both variants have a lot of germs. But if you use the dryer, bacteria will fly all over the room, so better grab a towel. Okay, you come out of the bathroom and find yourself in a danger zone. Don't think that all germs there are harmless. Some of the most common bacteria in hotels cause intestinal infections. If you don't want to spend the rest of your vacation or business trip next to or on the toilet, get ready to fight colonies of tiny parasites. The first thing you need to do is wash those glasses and cups with soap. Some travelers carry their own mugs with them, which is a good idea. Then look around and ask yourself, which places do people touch the most? These are the TV remote control, coffee machine, fridge, door handles, tables, hairdryer, and windows. But relax, you don't need to do the cleaning instead of the hotel staff. It's enough to have wet wipes with a powerful disinfectant. Wipe the surface of all these objects. Perhaps you worry in vain, and the hotel carefully monitors how clean the rooms are. Or you can tell the manager you want to have your room cleaned again. So, you've wiped all the surfaces and jumped into bed tired. Unfortunately, you're not the only one to rest on that soft mattress. You have a huge company of bacteria. Of course, washing pillowcases and bed linen destroys germs, but what about the bedspread? Most likely, nobody washes it. Removing germs from the tissue is difficult, so you'll probably have to put up with it. But the thing you shouldn't accept is bed bugs. If you notice dark spots on your mattress, this is most likely the waste left by bed bugs. You're not hungry, are you? I don't want to spoil your appetite. The insects themselves can hide deep in the mattress. They can sleep there for months and then wake up to satisfy their hunger. While you're resting, they come out and bite your legs. If you notice small red spots on your skin in the morning, then bed bugs have, well, kissed you. The bites of these beetles are not dangerous. Some people may have a mild allergic reaction in the form of irritation on the skin. But the problem is that some bed bugs can get into your clothes or things. Then you'll bring them home. These creatures multiply rapidly. Therefore, if you don't want a colony of biting bugs in your house, then wash your clothes, clean your luggage, and go to the shower. But before that, ask the hotel manager to refund your money, because bed bugs are By the way, even if the room is squeaky clean, it doesn't mean there are no bed bugs in it. Perhaps previous guests brought them. So your bed has no black spots, and you have wiped all the dangerous surfaces. That's it, you're safe. But try to walk on the floor wearing slippers or thick socks, as the floor is also a source of dirt. You spend several nights in the hotel and finally return to a clean and safe place, your home. Unfortunately, your house can also have many germs you don't see. Do you like to have fun with friends and play video games? Do you remember when the last time you cleaned the gamepad was? All your friends have held it in their hands, which means you've collected all of their microbes there. Your kitchen cutting board. How thoroughly do you wash it? It's not enough just to splash it with water, especially if you cut meat and vegetables. You can cut some squash, and its germs will stick to the surface. Then you quickly wash the board and put it back in place. But the germs haven't gone away. They're still firmly attached to the surface, waiting for you to cut bread. Then they'll jump onto the food and get into your stomach. How's that appetite doing? Still good? Another dangerous place is a dish sponge. Even if you use a good detergent, germs still accumulate there. The best way to get rid of them is to change sponges once a week. And now you'll see a paradise for bacteria, a place with an ideal cold temperature and a lot of food, from fresh to spoiled. Hey, it's your fridge. There you put products that you bring from the supermarket. Hundreds of people could touch them with their hands, leaving millions of germs. Therefore, don't forget to wash your fridge often. And also, keep any meat away from packaged products, because germs on a rare steak multiply and spoil it quickly. Well, perhaps you're too worried about your health now. If so, then you should remember the words from the beginning of the video. Let me quote. You probably already know that Germans are everywhere. Wait, that's not it. Sorry.
You check into your hotel room, connect to Wi-Fi, jump on the bed, and post 15 photos of your new window view. When the initial surge of excitement is gone, you notice a suspicious blinking light on your big TV. Could it be that someone is watching you? Or have you just seen too many spy movies? Well, hidden cameras come in all shapes and sizes. Large ones are easy to spot, but the small ones can be really sneaky and inconspicuous. They can be hiding behind furniture, in decorations or vents, and anywhere else you'll have trouble noticing. There are even special cameras that can be hidden in everyday movable objects like alarm clocks, picture frames, vases, and lamps. Check to see if these objects are facing at a strange angle or if they're positioned to get the best view of your room or bathroom. The easiest way to spot a hidden cam is to look for the lens reflection because all cameras come with lenses. Turn off the lights and slowly scan the room with a flashlight, laser pointer, or a special wireless spy cam detector. It comes with infrared scanning lights and one illuminating light. When you find a reflective red spot, you gotta turn on the flashlight to help check if there is a hidden camera. Definitely check the vents along with any other holes and gaps in the walls or ceiling. Some advanced detectors even show you what the camera is seeing, making it way easier to spot and disable. The detectors only work on cameras that are turned on and working normally though. Your mobile phone can also help you find some hidden threats. Turn on Bluetooth and walk around. See if any unknown devices pop up on the screen. Another idea is to install a network scanner app that shows all devices that are connected to the Wi-Fi network you're using at the hotel. When it's done scanning, study the list for devices called something like IP camera or CAM. Plus, you can put your phone on selfie mode, turn off the light and close the curtains, and look around the room slowly while focusing on the screen. Keep an eye out for purple or white lights on the screen. You can play detective some more and call your friend or family member and start walking around your room. Secret cameras should emit a sort of radio frequency. It will most likely interfere with your phone call signal. If you start hearing any weird noises while you're on the phone in a certain area of your room, make sure to inspect it carefully. Check out the light switches, electrical outlets, lamps, and other objects you normally wouldn't pay attention to. If they look a bit crooked, have a hole, or seem misplaced, it could be a sign that someone tampered with them. Many spy devices need wires, and whoever installed them had to hide those wires, often behind the vinyl baseboard. That's why the place where the floor and the wall meet is another area you should check. Ridges, bumps, or discoloration could be a sign there's a microphone hiding there. The same goes for spots on ceilings and walls, even if they're not larger than a coin. If you do find a hidden camera or something looking suspicious, don't shy away and let the hotel administration or your booking service know about it. Don't try to touch or move the device yourself. If the hotel denies everything, contact local law enforcement. After you've scanned the room for cameras, check out the mirrors. Someone could be watching you from the other side. First, see if the mirror is built into the wall or can be adjusted. If the mirror is semi-transparent, it will be built into the wall. You can do a simple test to check the mirror. Press your fingertip against the glass and push firmly enough to leave a fingerprint as you move your finger away. Study the fingerprint. If there's a small gap between the print and the mirror where the glass should be, then it's just a mirror. On a semi-transparent mirror, there will be no gap. Another way to check if your mirror is semi-transparent is simply to tap the glass. If someone is watching you from the other side, the mirror will make an empty sound. A double mirror needs a brighter light on the other side than on yours. Get close to it and cup your hands around your eyes. Do you see some light behind the mirror? If so, you might have an unwanted audience. Before you leave your room or go to bed, make sure every door is securely locked. By every door, I mean not only the entrance to the room, but also the door leading to the terrace, if you have one. You can bring a portable door lock with you for extra security if you're staying in. You could also start a little DIY project and wrap a belt or a bag strap around the arm that pushes the door shut. Buckle it up and wrap it around several times for an extra layer of protection. Another idea for when you're about to nap or go to sleep is to build a pyramid of stuff by the door. Glasses and mugs will do perfectly. If someone tries to get inside while you're sleeping, there'll be some serious noise. Intruders prefer to keep it low-key, so they're highly likely to give up on robbing you straight away. If you travel with some valuables and don't feel comfortable leaving them around the room, you could put them in the safe inside your room. But because those safes use passcodes instead of physical locks, someone from the hotel has to know the master code to unlock it, just in case. So, you can bring your own safe with you instead. You can find the ones looking like books on Amazon, for example. They're made of strong metal and textured paper. They come with a combination lock and have enough room to fit your passports, cash, and jewelry. In case you have to leave your laptop in the room and want to make sure no one plugs in a USB drive to steal your data, here's what you can do. Leave a bottle of water or some other item next to the USB port. Measure the distance. Let's say it's 1 thumb length away. For someone to plug in their device in the laptop, they need to move the bottle. You can take it one step further and drop a pen parallel to the laptop under a certain angle. You can measure the angle with your smartwatch or phone using the Compass app. Again, if someone moves it, you'll know. Even something as simple as a "Please do not disturb" sign can help you figure out if someone entered your room while you were away. Make it look like you left in a rush and the sign accidentally stuck between the door and the door frame. If you come back and the sign is hanging freely, then someone must have ignored it and tried to disturb you. In that case, you can contact reception and ask to send someone to enter the room with you to keep you safe. If you care about the cleanliness of your room as much as you do about your belongings and your personal safety, this one's for you. Hotel housekeeping workers normally have up to 20 rooms to take care of on an 8-hour shift. It means they'll have no more than 30 minutes for your room. It gives them enough time to make the bed, clean the floors in the room and the bathroom, empty the trash bins, and dust all surfaces. But they rarely have the time to take care of smaller objects like light switches, door and drawer handles, and remotes. And yes, these are exactly the objects you'll be in contact with the most. They can actually have more germs than the toilet. So if you want to be sure those germs won't land on your hands, bring enough antibacterial wipes to clean all those things before you touch them.
Psst. Ever thought a rubber band could be that extra layer of security you needed for your home? Might sound weird, but there's some use for the small elastic. Putting a rubber band around your home's doorknob could help keep it safe should there ever be a break-in. The rubber band makes it hard for someone to turn the knob and open the door. This cheap and easy trick can be extra helpful for people who live in places with a lot of trespassing, or for those who travel a lot and want to make sure their home is secure. The rubber band can also fix a wobbly or loose doorknob by making it fit tighter. Keeping your home safe doesn't have to cost a lot of money. However, for jewelry or important documents, you should consider buying a safe. We don't usually need a fancy and expensive one to store our valuables, though. Safes that are more expensive come with special features, like fire protection and the ability to open with fingerprints. To make it secure, you can bolt it to the floor or hide it in a closet or behind a picture on the wall, like you see in old movies. Do you tend to leave a spare key under the doormat? You might want to stop doing that. Hiding your house key is dangerous because it can be found by anyone if they look hard enough. Also, if there is no evidence of a break-in, insurance companies may not pay for your stolen items. A good solution is to use a combination lockbox that can be attached to your house or a fence post in a place where it's not easily seen. Make sure to use strong screws, preferably not those that come with the lockbox, which are generally weaker. It's best to invest in stronger ones, like those made out of stainless steel. It's not just the things inside your house that you need to look out for. These days, more and more people are stealing mail, often because mailboxes are not protected. To keep your mail safe, you can use a special mailbox that can only be opened with a key. You can hang it on a wall just like a regular mailbox. If someone ever breaks into your car, they can get that remote that opens your garage, if that's where you're keeping it. This can happen even if your car is parked in your driveway. They can also get your address from a card in your car's glove box. To protect yourself, don't keep the remote on your car's visor. Get a keychain remote that you can take with you. You can find more options online by searching for your garage opener brand. Don't keep your car key attached to other keys either. If you lose the whole bunch, you'll be stuck out of your house and your car. Social media is a good way to stay in touch with friends and show them your travel experiences and pictures after your wonderful vacation. But it's important to remember that social media is mostly public. Whatever you post is like talking to a lot of people through a loudspeaker. Don't share your travel plans on social media if you don't want everyone to know about them. Wrongdoers can find out when you'll be away by searching for keywords like trip, travel, etc. If you're constantly updating your feed with museum and restaurant visits abroad, people will assume you're not at home and that your house may be easily accessible. To stay safe, wait until after your trip to post about it. If you need to let people know ahead of time, make sure your post is private so not everyone can see it. This next home security tip is surely not for everyone. You need to be extra responsible and have the appropriate lifestyle. Also, you need to check up with your doctor to see if you have any allergies. Yeah, you may be confused now, huh? I'm talking about getting a dog. Most people say having a dog can increase the level of security in your home. The downside is not all dogs are good at it. Some pups are trained to guard and protect property, while others are trained to watch over people. The best breeds for home protection are German Shepherds, Rottweilers, and Doberman Pinschers, because they respond well to training and are friendly with their families. If you want a security-trained dog, consider getting one from a trusted trainer. If you have both a dog and a security system, make sure to get a motion detector that won't be triggered by your dog. Now, as much as you can, keep your windows covered so no one can see inside your home. If you have see-through curtains, use other window coverings to protect your property. This makes it harder for people to know when you're home and what sort of valuables you have inside. Also, keep expensive items like TVs and jewelry out of sight. You can also use tall fences or bushes to block the view of your home. Don't go overboard with this, though. Your house does need light for your health and that of your plants, if you have some laying around the house. If your home security budget is a bit more solid, you could invest in a smart video doorbell. This gadget lets you see, hear, and talk to visitors even if you're not at home. You can tell the delivery person where to leave a package or check who's at your door even if they don't ring the bell. You'll get a notification on your phone if motion is detected outside, so you can see what's going on from your phone. If you want a simpler and less expensive solution, you can use a door chain or a door viewer to see who's outside without fully opening your door. Speaking of inexpensive ways to keep your home safe, always remember to top up your gravel. You can always hear when someone is stepping on it. This way, you'll always know when someone is getting too close to your home, even before they've arrived at the front door. The more gravel there is on the pathways in your yard, the louder the crunch it makes when walked upon. Now, it's not just the physical things you need to protect. If your home comes with its own wireless network, you need to keep that extra secure too. It's basically a one-stop shop for all your personal information, like passwords, schedules, and, most importantly, details about your finances. Thankfully, there are ways you can up your game when it comes to your local Wi-Fi network. For starters, make sure it doesn't have an obvious name. Also, make sure it's hidden. Installing an antivirus on your local computer might also help. Lastly, make sure to use strong passwords for all the websites and tools you use. Remember to change your passwords every now and then too, and try not to use the same password everywhere you need to log in. It's also good to have a car visible in the driveway at all times. This is especially important if you're going to be gone for a long time. If you're leaving for vacation or a work trip, try to have someone visit your house regularly so that it looks like someone is still there. If it looks like there's some activity around a household, it's less likely it will be targeted by the wrong people. The same goes for your gardening. It's best if you trim things up before leaving the house unattended for a while. If your yard is messy, it shows that you have been gone for a while and your house might become a target for theft. To avoid this, always keep your plants neat. If you're going on a long trip, ask someone to take care of your yard by cutting the grass, watering plants, and doing other necessary landscaping tasks. Okay, today I'll show you things you've never seen and tell you stuff you never knew. Wow, all in one video! What a bargain! For example, these soda fountain stations in fast food restaurants. We all see the nice side of it, but have you ever wondered where all this soda comes from? Let me take you behind the scenes. Ta-da! Turns out it's a pile of boxes with tubes. So when the drink runs out, the employees change the box and plug the tube back in. Okay, let's peek into a couple more places where we normally don't belong. This is, for example, what you will see if you cut the screen of a Mac open. And here's what's hidden behind the dryers in a public laundromat. Today, 4 out of 5 households in the U.S. have a dryer, but they weren't so widely accessible when they first appeared in the 1950s because they were way too expensive for the average homeowner. Now, grocery shopping isn't an uncommon practice, and we all have walked past dairy fridges a million times. But have you ever wondered what's behind them? Turns out they're just shelves, and store employees stack the products from the other side. It makes perfect sense, but I never imagined it like this. Now this photo shows what's behind the elevator buttons. Obviously a bunch of cords. The buttons are all wired to a computer that manages the elevator. How does the computer know where the elevator is at a particular time? Well, there are several possible systems, but the most common one is a long vertical tape in the shaft with a series of holes. A sensor counts the number of holes that are passed, and that's how the location is determined. Okay, there are a couple of common things we all know, but the purpose of which remains a mystery to most. So let me share these secrets with you. Those metal rivets on jeans have been there from the very beginning. Jacob Davis, the iconic man who made the first pair of jeans, added copper rivets to places where pants are most likely to rip. Today they have more of a decorative and distinctive purpose since they are a traditional attribute of the jeans everyone knows of. Now I'll bet you know there are extra loops on some shoes. No, they're not for sweat or ventilation. Those are extra loops for laces, just like other loops you use. But they're there to tie your shoe around the ankle to prevent your foot from moving aside. That's especially helpful if you're hiking and ascending and descending hills and trails. Now, have you ever noticed those half-belt thingies many coats and jackets have at the back? Turns out they first appeared on oversized military jackets, so the extra fabric could be collected on the back and the person doesn't stumble when working. Today, those belts are only added for the sake of style and tradition. Most clothing items you buy come with a small bag of fabric or a button, or both. These are actually not useless. Buttons obviously can be replaced if you lost the original one. Pieces of fabric can serve two purposes. You can patch up the hole, but the main purpose is to provide you with a sample of cloth, so you can use it to test different washing products on it and see what happens to the fabric. Now, pom-poms on woolen hats. Did you know that sailors were wearing hats with pom-poms in the 18th century to protect their heads in case they accidentally whacked them? Regular people were wearing them in Scotland, and the color of the pom-pom signified the person's social status. People got back to wearing hats with those cute decorative items during the Great Depression. They're made of spare yarn, so it was a cheap way to decorate your hat. Now, if you haven't noticed, some sidewalks have little plates with bumps on them. Most people don't pay much attention to them, but they're very important for visually impaired people. It signals a slope that then leads to a crosswalk. Also, several patterns signal different things. Have you noticed that the icon of a gas tank on car dashboards has a little arrow next to it? Well, the arrow has a purpose. It points at the side of the car where the gas tank is located. Very useful for forgetful people, like me, who constantly wonder which side it is on, and also for those who drive rentals once in a while. The answer is right in front of your eyes. If you can't find the arrow on your panel, then the fuel hose on the icon indicates the side instead. Now, on the back of many makeup and hygiene products, you'll find this symbol with a marking like 6M, 12M, and 24M. This is the number of months this product can serve you before you should toss it out. You might know that whistles work perfectly fine even if they don't have that ball inside. And yet they have it. But why? Even though there's a sound without the ball, the noise it creates is very flat, and it's not distinguishable enough. When the whistle has a ball inside, then it starts moving with every blow, indicating different pitches and making the noise more noticeable. Lollipop sticks have those squared holes on the end of their sticks for a reason, too. When the candy is put on the stick, some of it goes into the hole, fixating the candy part. This way, the candy ball, or whatever shape, is less likely to fall off the stick. Yeah, it's a bummer when that happens. Measuring tapes have that little metal stud on the end. Most people know that you can use it to stick it to the side of the surface you're measuring. But it's not the only cool thing about it. Look, there's also a small slot, and this slot can be used to hang it on a nail, again to free your hands and keep measuring. The bottom of the end of the tape has a ridged edge. It'll help you make a mark if you don't have a marking tool with you. Have you ever wondered why the tape's blade is curved? Well, it helps to keep it rigid when extended. Pay a closer look at the blade. Apart from numbers and markings, there are also black diamonds. Those are there every 12.2 inches, and they're useful for construction workers to space engineering joists. They can also be useful for you if you want to hang something heavy, for example. The diamond will mark the exact center of a stud, which is placed 16 inches apart from one another. And you can drill something to that center to make sure whatever you hang is safely attached. Now, most coins have ridges, and this is the legacy of the olden days. You see, back in the day, all coins were linked to a silver standard. The amount of silver used in the coin was proportionate to the value of the coin. So, the more actual silver was used to make the coin, the higher its value was. Hi-ho, Silver! Do you remember the Lone Ranger? Silver was the name of his horse. Never mind. Anyway, all the coins had precious metal in them, and some people started shaving off a little bit of silver from it. It wasn't noticeable on one, but if done on several, people could get quite a bit of that precious metal. So, to prevent fraud, the edges were made with ridges for security reasons. So, if someone attempted to shave it off, the ridges would disappear and no one would accept that coin anymore. Smart. Today, no one makes coins out of silver. The coins just represent the value. But the ridges are kind of a cultural heritage now. And finally, a typical plastic milk jug often has inverted circles on one or more of the sides. Not like alien crop circles, this dimple is there to make the jug more resistant and to prevent it from erupting in case the jug falls on the floor. The dimple gives some more space for the liquid to expand. Also, as the expiration date approaches, the microbes in the milk start to expel some gases. As there are more of them trapped inside, the pressure in the jug is rising. The dimple takes care of the expansion and prevents the jug from exploding. And the cows are utterly delighted that their hard work is not wasted.
In our houses, we use many items every day, but how safe are they? Let's take a look at some of these dangerous household appliances. Health concerns and debates about microwaves are still in the air. I'll take it one step further. Is it safe to use a microwave with a hole or a crack? The microwave oven, as the name suggests, works with microwaves that bounce back and forth off the walls of the oven. With a leak, the waves can escape. Microwaves emit radiation, that's true. But it's not the DNA-damaging kind. It's a type of electromagnetic radiation. The size of the crack on the device and the wavelengths are interrelated. So, the wavelength of the microwave is over 4 inches. For the waves to get through the crack, the hole must be at least 4.7 inches in diameter. At least, this is how it should be in theory. What if the crack is wider than that? There are several outcomes that you might have to face. Firstly, if your Wi-Fi router is just a few inches away from the microwave, your wireless internet may go haywire because electromagnetic waves will clash. Secondly, your cell phone can get affected too, because smartphones use radio frequency waves that are close to the frequency of microwaves. If you put your phone near the cracked microwave, you can lose network coverage. Your phone can even catch fire in an extreme situation. So maybe it's best to keep all flammable items away from the cracked microwave. Lastly, this leakage can interfere with other electronic devices and appliances, especially those controlled remotely. Flickering TV, tube lights turning on and off. These can be the waves messing with you, but more importantly, this leakage can harm your health. Alrighty, so what can you do about this hole? Of course, it's best to avoid using your microwave. You should get in touch with the manufacturer or seller and request a replacement. Your chances are higher if it's newly bought. If this isn't an option, you can give it a try with a pro repairer. If you must use it for some reason, take some precautions. You can cover this hole with aluminum foil. This method is related to the basic principle of how these gadgets work. Aluminum foil is metallic, so it would help with keeping the waves inside to some extent. One important thing though, don't touch this covered part while the microwave is on. There's a device called a microwave radiation detector. It measures the intensity of the leakage. It's not my place to discuss how necessary that device is, but if you don't have it and want to understand how bad the leakage is, put a frozen chocolate bar very close to the covered hole. Wait and see how fast it will melt down. It can give you an idea about the intensity of the leak. The lint accumulating in your dryer carries some risk too. You're at home, it's your cleaning day. You probably didn't think about cleaning the lint filter. After hearing this, maybe you will. If you leave it unchecked, it can turn into a safety hazard. It turns out that every year, clothes dryers cause many household fires because of the full lint filter. The lint blocks the airflow. The drying efficiency decreases. At some point, it can cause a fire, and the lint itself is combustible. And this is already another level of a safety hazard. How to remove the lint then? Independent of the type and brand, all dryers have a lint filter. It may look difficult to clean the thing, but don't let it intimidate you. All you need to do is remove the lint trap and take out the stuff that blocks the airflow. Speaking of cleaning your dryer, you should pay attention to the dryer vents. They don't have to be cleaned regularly. Once a year would do. To clean your dryer's vents, look out for the part where the dryer and the exhaust vent are linked. Remove the pipe and reach into the opening. You can use a vent brush to get rid of the lint. You should keep the dryer turned off and unplugged while cleaning the vent, just in case. Let's get back to the kitchen again to talk about how toasters can work against you. Toasters and toaster ovens can catch fire when their circuit boards and wiring fail. Sometimes fires are caused by us humans too. You leave your food inside and then get carried away doing something else. The food can burn and catch fire. A toaster can give you an electrical shock too, if you, for instance, stick a knife inside. Even though your intention is just to take out the bread, unplug the device first. Now let's talk about your oven. Keep an eye on the food inside because unattended cooking is one of the most common reasons for home fires. Another reason ovens burst into flames can be overusing the self-cleaning feature. In some cases, the heat may gradually damage the oven's electronic systems. Similarly, stoves are some of the most common sources of fires. Forgetting your meal inside or keeping clothes and other flammable materials too close to the stove can be the reason. By the way, if you ever see a grease fire, don't try to put it out with water. Resist that urge. The water will only make it worse by splattering the grease. Instead, use a lid or another pot to extinguish the flames. The next thing is personal electronics, like phones and laptops, which can catch fire if damaged or improperly charged. A voltage converter can save you from frying your electronics. These devices can also catch fire because of malfunctioning lithium-ion batteries. Power bars can be dangerous too. Electrical power bars might provide you with the comfort of charging multiple devices at the same time. But they can also be a fire hazard. To eliminate this risk, don't keep cords under rugs or furniture. Also, keep an eye on your electrical wires. Make sure that your pets haven't been chewing on them and that they haven't gotten damaged somehow. You can call an electrician into the house to install new plugs instead of using extension leads. It's a safer option. Humidifiers and extractor fans can also be sneaky. If you forget to clean them, they can cause a risk to your health. Fungus or bacteria can be your new roommates. Space heaters can be risky too. They can cause gas leaks and carbon monoxide poisoning. The next one is portable heaters. People put these heaters too close to combustible surfaces like curtains, chairs, and rugs. Coil space heaters are especially hazardous because the coil becomes very hot. A safer option is the radiator type, which diffuses heat over the entire surface, making it less likely to ignite flammable items. Here are some basic home safety tips as a bonus. You can buy fire extinguishers and fire blankets and store them somewhere in the house. You should be able to easily access this place. You can prepare a fire safety plan. You might have already installed smoke alarms in your rooms, but test their batteries on a regular basis. Most people miss this crucial part. Unplugging your appliances when not using them should be your daily habit. And another important one, always stay in the kitchen when you're cooking something. Do you sometimes turn on your dishwasher and then go out or go to bed? If yes, you take risks. According to the fire statistics of Great Britain, nearly all dishwasher fires are the result of a faulty appliance, not the fault of the user. So look out for the warning signs. Sometimes brands recall certain products due to electrical defects, but many users don't know about it and keep using their machines.